Hello guys, it's 6 a.m. over here. Just because it's a dry season, it's already morning. I've just finished giving my birds feeds and I really want to talk about something here. If you are planning to be a poultry farmer, the best things you need to know. Poultry farming is not for the weak, for the lazy. It needs determination. Sometimes you're going to have sleepless nights on the farm. Sometimes you're going to have very early mornings on the farm. Sometimes you're going to miss out your parties and stuff because of these birds. If you want to really get profits out of them, they need your attention, they need your care. So let's talk about some of the things you need to improve on in your farm so that you can get or maximize profits as a beginner. You are welcome to my YouTube channel, guys. We are getting monetized very soon, so love these videos, guys. Share them, watch them. Yeah, let's go. So I didn't have a camera stand. It is very early. I didn't want to wake my children up. So if you are doing layers or you want to do layers, one thing you should know about them, these birds drink a lot of water. The moment you don't give them enough water, just know they are not going to lay for you eggs. They can lay somehow, but sometimes the egg size is going to be very, very small. So whenever you see small eggs on your farm, first ask yourself, do they drink enough water? My birds here are really few. They are 230 something, but they drink 120 liters of water a day. Because it's a dry season and still they are laying and they lay very well, so they drink a lot of water. So if you're planning on starting a project, please be sure you have reliable water supply. My hand is getting tired. So please, if you are beginning this project, be sure you have reliable water supply. We've been facing challenges here on the farm because we depend on national water, and so these days the water is not there, and so we have been borrowing or begging water from our neighbor who has that water of borehole. And really it's not easy because we have to fetch every morning. Imagine 120 liters plus the water we use to wash the feeders and drinkers plus the general domestic use. It is really, so I'm giving you this free tip. If you're planning on having a big farm, like having a lot of birds on your farm, first know that you have enough water which is reliable. It's not weather dependent, also dependent on national. So you have to know that you have your own water on the farm. And secondly, you have to stop buying mixed feeds, guys. If you want to get profit, stop buying mixed feeds. Mixed feeds are very expensive, and when you calculate, you find that you get very minimal profit. Start mixing feeds on the farm yourself. That will take you just a 1 week of learning. Sometimes we are lazy. We want to already made things because I just go and buy and give the birds. Eventually when you calculate, you find that you are investing almost all the money. Yes, these birds lay. Every day I collect close to 7.5 trays of eggs, and that is almost 6,000 eggs a month. And if you calculate, you find that you get close to 2.5 million on this farm. But when you look at the feeds, you find that these birds consume a lot of feeds. So if you are buying feeds that are mixed, each kilogram goes for 4,500, and a day these birds eat 32 kilograms of feed. So you find that they are eating almost all the money. So when you mix feeds yourself, you find that a kilo goes for close to 1,700 or 2,000. If it is expensive, maybe the maize has gone high, you find you are in 2,700, which is very, very friendly. So stop buying those feeds, my friend. Learn how to mix feeds yourself. And also, you can, if you're planning to be a poultry farmer, the very first lessons you should invest in getting to know how to mix feeds, what feeds your birds need at what particular age, and you are good to go. Yeah, that is when you can get profits from layers, especially if you have a few birds from 200 to 300. So you can make profit even with 100 birds, but depending on how you are maximizing things on the farm. And also another thing you should know that these birds need care. They need your attention. When you leave everything to workers are not going to feel the pain of the money you have invested in. Yes, farmer workers are very important and good, but they need close monitoring and supervision. Personally, I do not have an active worker in my farm. I do it myself and my husband, and sometimes children, if they're around, they help us on washing the feeders, and sometimes giving them water. But I'm always here 24/7 monitoring. If I'm not around, I've left a child or someone, I first thing I come, I check the birds. Are they fine? Have they eaten? How about the production? So you have to be actively involved in your farm, guys. No one is going to love your hustle just like you yourself, because you know how much it took you to begin that farm, or how much it is taking you to start it. Exactly. So be involved directly, actively, so that you are in the life of your birds. That is when you're going to see the best out of these birds. When they are getting sick, you are able to tell very early, and so you can do something as soon as possible. The moment you are not there, you find they are calling you, the birds are not well, I'm going to come, and then you take forever to come. By the time you come, birds have already died, and probably the disease is severe and it is beyond your control. I really don't buy that idea. Be actively involved in your farm, calculate things, be able to write down the eggs you collected, the eggs you sold out, the expenses, so that at the end of the day you know what you're doing. There's so many farmers out here, like my friends are doing broilers. You find she's bringing broilers, getting back all the money she put in. Then I ask her, so how are you benefiting? Just because you're paying a lot of money to the laborers, and also you are not calculating things, you find that you're making losses. Yet you could make a profit, even if little. So lastly, yeah, be able to care about the biosecurity. Biosecurity is very important. By the way, I'm going to do a video about how I do biosecurity here on my farm, and that's basically measures that you can prevent diseases on the farm. The moment you prevent the diseases, you get profit. Yeah, diseases are going to come, but at least you need to minimize them from the farm. So those are the tips I wanted to share with you this early morning. It's 6 over here. Let me go and prepare my kids to go to school. I love you. Bye.